I am finally back with an actual video. I know yesterday I came back, that was my comeback. But yeah, today's gonna be an actual video. This one's gonna be especially for veterans, and if you're not a veteran, I guess the other audience would be if you're going into the military, what to know going into it. Just things that you should keep in mind, right? So, one of the things that I want to talk about today, the main thing is going to be what keeps me awake at night, all right? So, being infantry, Marine infantry, there's a lot of questions that rise, all right? So this is going to get really philosophical real quick, all right? So bear with me, try and stay tracking, all right? Some of you will get that. So what I'm going to be talking about is what I believe people get stressed out over, and why their quality of life is bad, per se, you know, isn't because of the amount of suffering they're going through. It's not about the amount of pain. I think what really drives people insane, even to the brink of suicide, because we know veteran suicide is a thing, all right? 22 vets a day, or 21, or whatever it is now, like the ratio keeps changing, kill themselves each day. And I believe that it's because of the questions that the military lifestyle, and also, you know, combat. I haven't been to combat, I'll flat out say, I haven't been to combat, right? But just the questions of military, because if you look at the suicide ratio and the deaths due to suicide from the military community, almost all of them, especially active duty, are not from combat. They have never been to combat. Most of them are just people, Marines or any military, right, who have not been to combat, right? The vast majority of them have not seen combat. Why is there suicide? I think, okay, I'll just get to it. I think it's because of the questions that arise when you're going through such life-changing events. When you sign an enlistment, it's 4 years, right? If you get medically discharged before, if you get whatever discharged before, obviously it's less, but 4 years. There's a lot that goes in there, and a lot of, you know, you veterans and people thinking about going into the military, keep that in mind, right? Okay, veterans, you know what I mean. You know how much your life changed. You know, whether it was for good or bad, you know how many things changed in 4 years, all right? I got out after 2 years, got medically discharged. You can watch my other videos saying why. It's a ton of things, but only after 2 years. I'm still struggling with a lot of questions about my character, about myself, about the world, about life, everything in between. So I'm just gonna kind of say a lot of the questions that are kind of bugging me, and if you guys have any questions that you're dealing with and you don't think that they're gonna be answered in the future, like it almost seems hopeless, which is, you know, that's one of the greatest signs of like suicide. Bringing up to it is a feeling of hopelessness, which I'm not suicidal, no worries, but yeah, I'll just say some of the questions that I'm having. Why did I succeed in boot camp with all the hikes and everything, but when I hit the fleet, and so after boot camp, right, I do all the hikes, I do all these super enduring things, and I go through them, didn't fail one thing, and then when I hit the fleet, I fail everything. Boot camp, shouldn't give you like the confidence, right? It should give you the confidence, and it sure did for me. It gave me the confidence to do anything. And I thought I was invincible because I didn't fail at all. But when I got into the fleet, my unit, everything changed, or actually SOI, so School of Infantry. Everything changed. It was, I don't know what it was, lack of motivation. I don't think it was. I think it was just, so the question that rises from it now is when people say never give up and that you can always push through. I do not believe that anymore. I don't believe, for some instances, I don't believe that's a valid response. So now that's something I feel hopeless with it. You know, I don't know like the answer to that, because whatever, I explained it as far as I can without actually, you know, you guys being there. Another question, am I worth, is the suffering that I went through worth something, even though I didn't go to combat? So is the suffering that my unit and everybody went through, and the disabilities that we got from it and everything that happened, people go into hypothermia, people go into heat stroke, and all that stuff. And is that not relevant because we didn't go to combat? Is that not worthy of anything? Obviously, I'm not I'm not looking for a medal. I'm not looking for any recognition, but it just, maybe I am looking for recognition. Is it an ego thing? I don't know, but like it feels weird that I get home and it's like, oh, you didn't go to Iraq, okay, like, you know, just kind of brush you aside, it's whatever. It's like, what? Come on, man. It sucked. It really sucked. Anybody, if you guys are, especially infantry, you know how much the field sucks. And you know the different things that go into it. It's just, there's a lot of crazy things that happen. So, I mean, I could go on and on. Those are 2 questions. Obviously, I had to give some background to it, which is why I only got through 2 questions in 2 minutes. But where I'm getting at with this video is that there's a lot of questions that the weirdest things will come up. When fall hit, I started smelling the leaves some more, and then those leaves remind me of things that happened in the military, like Bridgeport, right? And just different things that happened there. And so now it's like, it's not PTSD, obviously it's not PTSD, but it's still, I'll get so wrapped up in it, I'll be brought back to those moments that I'll find myself at 2 a.m., so, you know, I can't fall asleep, and I'll find myself sweating in the middle of the bed and just like, oh my god, man, like, and I feel so bad for having them, like, carry my pack and stuff, and, that's just, one thing, but there's a lot of things that keep me up at night that it's not even combat, it's just questions of my character, there's questions of life, like the deep questions, so, this is so depressing. And I'm wearing a black shirt too, and just, I'm all depressed, but honestly, I mean, it's just something to think about, all right? If you guys are veterans and you can understand where I'm coming from, please tell me. If I'm being a wimp, please tell me. Seriously, I just need somebody to tell me what's up. I know my counselor, all right? So he was my counselor before the Marine Corps and after. He was a Marine, and before the Marine Corps, like, it was a lot different than counseling with them post-Marine Corps, because now I'm coming to him with these questions. He's like, look, like, I have my own questions too. Like, I have no idea. I don't think they'll ever be answered, and that's something that you're gonna have to live with. And it's sad. Like, we both, like, my counselor told me that. The person who's supposed to mentor me and tell me that there's hope. Like, it was just like, dude, there's literally no hope for this. Like, it's not just you. There's a lot of people, which is why I'm coming at you guys with this video, because maybe I can be a counselor to you, like, or you guys can counsel me. Just, if you have any answers, tell me, and if I have answers, I'll tell you, but just know you're not alone, and those who are going into the military, know that, like, I know you want, at least going into the military for me, one of the main reasons is so that I could say, I'm a veteran, and I've done stuff, I've done things that nobody else has done, and I can kind of keep myself above them in my own mind, it's selfish, yeah, but that's kind of the reason I joined. It's not worth it to an extent. It gave me confidence and stuff, but in return, I got questions that just really fundamental things that you hear, like, quotes about, like, never give up, or you could always get through, and all these things that I don't believe anymore. So yeah, okay, whatever, this is depressing. The video's been going on for what, 10 minutes now, so I will I'll look at your comments for this video and the video that I just posted, and I'll see if you guys gave any video suggestions, and if you did, I will make a video about them, and if you didn't, I will continue to make depressing videos. So you brought this upon yourself. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Please comment, subscribe, like, all that stuff. See you.